Don't try and stop me! I have to do this!
He hurled his words like stones as he whipped into a run. Concerned, I asked a nearby man about the boy. He explained that the boy's sister was ill, and the lad was after the remedy, an herb called windcrest. The sickness was assumed to have died out hundreds of years ago, but had now returned to torment the child.
And if that's not enough, I heard the woods where windcrest grows have turned into a monster den.
The boy had struck out alone. Folka had no soldiers to spare, for they were all dispatched to Tempeal for the reconstruction effort. No one was left to answer his pleas, but I would. In my heart, I vowed to bring back the child, and if possible, the herb too. I prayed only that I wasn't too late.
Well, shall we head out?
Well, according to that old villager, this is the place we want to be.
Perfect. Keep your eyes peeled for windcrest.
Hey! I think I spy some windcrest!
Earth spirits. Strange. We didn't see any the last time we were here.
Seems like they're attracted to the windcrest. Maybe they can feel its power.
There!
Looking clean!
The sacred winds!
Oops! Too much for ya?
This'll show him!
Over here! Into the light!
Cut them down!
Catch! Surprise! Half them dead! Imbecile! Weak! You're through!
Now's our chance!
Let's go! Cut them down!
The most formidable crew in the skies.
Indeed, we took the upper hand.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, that should be more than enough.
But we still haven't located the boy. What? Where is that coming from?
I don't know, but it can't be a good sign. We better hurry! What was up with that thudding earlier? Maybe we should check it out. Nope, nothing to see this way. What was up with that thudding earlier? Maybe we should check it out.
A golem! So that's what was behind the tremors.
Crap, it spotted us! Get ready for a fight!
You gonna sit there, or are you gonna fight?
Rain of arrows!
Entertain!
Attack them now!
Heard Kirikan's voice just now. I think that when Kirikan covered this archipelago in storms, some of its power fused with the land. And the monster. Man, can I get some of that Kirikan juice too? This golem is up!
Can't afford to let it run free. Not while that boy remains missing.
To the fight!
Is it safe now?
I recognize that voice. With a final death knell, the golem stilled. The boy crawled out from the tall grass, and I pressed the wind crest into his trembling hand.
Wow! Now I can save my sister! You're the best, lady!
He smiled at me, and with a great burden lifted from his shoulders, skipped the whole way back to Folka. As I watched his happy shuffle, I wished more joy and color into his life of toil, which had been covered by the dust of destruction.
Hello.
We made medicine from the wind crest you picked. The doctor said Hazel looks better every day. This morning, she was able to get out of bed and do some drawing. She loves drawing pictures. Thanks again, Catalina. From Al.
And Hazel.
P.S. Please visit Folka when you have a chance.
The villagers didn't seem too worried about Lev. According to them, he'd have to venture much deeper into the forest before encountering any monsters. But that wasn't the issue. It seemed like nobody wanted to talk about why he'd run off in the first place. It was an obvious cry for help, and nobody was helping. I went through the same thing back in the day. Even after I met my master, there were times when the loss of my parents was just too much to bear. I didn't go so far as to run from home, but I'd sit alone in the corner of my room, hugging my knees to my chest and crying. Whenever Master Zaka found me like that, he'd always perform a silly magic trick to cheer me up. Just like me, all Lev wanted was for someone to find him, to take his hand, so he went off on his own in the hopes that someone would come for him. I'm sure he knew it was selfish, but it was the only card he felt he had left.
Do you think this means Lev doesn't want to live at home anymore?
I had a feeling that wasn't the case. He's probably just going through a rebellious phase.
Oh, that's when kids start arguing and acting out, right? Catalina told me it's pretty common. Did you have a phase like that?
Lyria's question was innocent enough, but I was too embarrassed to admit that I'd ever gone off alone because I wanted someone to pay attention to me. Heck no! That's not something befitting of a grown lady like myself. So what if I told a little lie? Our biggest concern right now was Lev, who was out there, probably crying with his back up against some rough, silent tree. He needed a friend, and I was more than determined to be one for him. This forest is as huge as ever. I sure hope Lev's okay.
Come on! We gotta find him, and fast! It'll be bad news if he wanders too far in. We gotta track him down. It'll be bad news if he wanders too far in. We gotta track him down. It'll be bad news if he wanders too far in. We gotta track him down. It'll be bad news if he wanders too far in. We gotta track him down. Wait, we're still on the edge of the forest, right? What are goblins doing here?
Come on,
Lightning! No time to waste! We gotta find him!
Watch out for the flyers! We're gonna need that magic of yours, EO!
Oh yeah.
I don't see him anywhere!
That's a lot of monsters. This'll just have to take them all out.
I'm on it!
Incoming!
Oh, come on! Just leave us alone already!
Not quite.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lev's all alone out there! Come on!
Look, there he is! Over there!
Hey, Uggos! I'm the one you want!
They're
No escape!
Oh, yeah. Sit there or... Oops! Made you look sweet beneath the banner!
Superb.
Let's push into the light!
Exploring with
Test
baddies
me.
on our tails is no fun.
Surprise.
Let's give ourselves some breathing room.
Don't worry, they're gone now. You okay?
Yeah, thanks.
We were lucky we found Lev when we did, or he would have been Monster Chow. But before we could talk to him, the town watch came hurrying over.
Lev, your parents are worried sick about you. Come on, let's go home.
Lev looked away, ignoring the old man's outstretched hand. I could imagine how he was feeling, being treated like he was selfish and immature, when all he wanted was someone to sit down and talk to. The man sighed and scratched his head in frustration.
Your mom and dad are fine people. Try being a little more considerate, okay?
Lev immediately bristled at those words, breaking his silence.
What do you know? This is all your fault!
Knocking the man's hand out of the way, he turned and ran deeper into the forest. It was like watching a scene from my own past, but I wished he'd get a grip already. The deeper he went into the forest, the more likely he was to get attacked. We had to hurry. Oh, no.
Ready for some action?
Good day. We all split up to search for Lev so we could cover more ground. I didn't see any trace of him at first, so I thought I must have gone the wrong way. But then I noticed footprints that looked like someone had slipped over a nearby ledge. And sure enough, when I peeked down, I saw a familiar figure sitting hunched over, knees to his chest. He looked a little scraped up, but didn't seem to be hurt badly. I was just glad I'd managed to find him still in one piece. When I told him I was a Skyfarer, he immediately burst into tears of relief. I could tell he was upset with the villagers about something, and that's why he couldn't be honest with them. But as an outsider, I thought I might have a chance. Watch closely. I'm going to cast some special magic just for you. It was time for one of my master's patented magic tricks. I showed Lev my empty palm before covering it with a handkerchief. I flung the cloth away, and voila! There was a piece of candy in my hand.
Wow, candy!
Here, you can have it. After devouring the candy, he finally calmed down.
Thanks.
Normally, that would have been enough to lift any kid's spirits, but his face fell again as quickly as it had lit up. I guess he really doesn't want to go home. I decided I wouldn't leave him until there was a smile back on his face. While we were still deep in the woods, I decided to ask Lev up front. Why did you run away? He hesitated at first, but after seeing that I was serious, he started to open up.
My mom and dad used to work as doctors in Tempe.
Back then, all had been well with their family. But when Furikin went berserk, they lost their home and ended up moving to Folka. That was when things started to fall apart. His parents began to spend all of their time tending to patients who were affected by the disaster, with hardly a moment's rest. Lev watched as his mom got paler and the black circles under her eyes grew darker and darker. He begged her to take a break, but it was no use. Eventually, she collapsed from overwork.
I told her she wouldn't be able to help people anymore if she got sick. She just wouldn't listen to me.
And here I thought he was just a kid going through a rebellious phase. But that wasn't the case at all. That's really grown up of you, Lev. You're just worried about your mom and dad, huh?
Yeah.
After hearing Lev's explanation, I finally understood how he felt. I knew how hard it was watching people you cared about pushing themselves too hard. I couldn't stand to see my master doing it either. And that's exactly what was going through Lev's mind. He wasn't being selfish. Everything he did, it was because he loved his parents. If it were me in his shoes, I'm sure I'd be worried sick about my parents, too. There's nothing wrong with worrying about your parents. I'm sure they're proud to have a son who cares so much.
But
what? Something was still on his mind.
I always wanted to be a great doctor, just like my mom and dad. But after my mom collapsed, I started thinking maybe everybody else was just using them.
Along the way, he'd stopped being able to trust the people of Folka, and he thought feeling that way meant he could never follow in his parents' footsteps. Lev stared at the ground as he spoke, finally confiding his troubles to me. After hearing his story, I began to open up about my own parents. He listened to my words in silence. My parents had also strained themselves too hard after getting sick, and eventually passed away. So Lev's circumstances were all too familiar. Just like him, I felt nothing but bitterness and despair. But there was one difference. I've got to admit, I envy you a little. After all, your mom and dad are still alive and well. While we were standing there talking, Lev's parents and the villagers were probably beside themselves with worry, braving the dangers of the forest to search for him. When I told him that, Lev finally seemed to grasp the situation.
I really messed up, didn't I? I'm sorry.
Are you sure I'm the person you should be saying that to? I stood up and smiled at Lev. He and his family all seemed like really good people. The only thing they needed to patch their home back together was a long heart-to-heart.
We entered to find Shanae violently tossing in bed. Heimel rushed over, grabbing a phial of healing tincture from her bedside. Hand supporting her shaking head, he poured the concoction into her mouth, Immediately, her convulsions lessened, but her breathing was still labored. It became clear why he was so antsy back at Sierra's store. Toxic pigments could be dangerous in even the most steady of hands, and, well, I glanced down at Shanae's fingers trembling on her bedsheets. Pressing forward, I gave her a cursory examination. Normally, I don't afford peons the luxury of my intellectual evaluation, but I was feeling generous. These symptoms are grave.
Do you know what's the matter?
Lyria's voice quivered with worry. I do. I've seen this exact disease once upon a time. Heimel's eyes shot to me, propelled more by hope than surprise.
Truly? The local doctors have been useless. They just give her pain relievers and leave. Can you do something?
As much as I wanted to refuse, in that moment, Heimel's desperation reminded me too much of my own sister. I'm not a medical professional. Sure, I know a formula that might ease her symptoms, but it's not a permanent solution. Not to mention the biggest pain in the ass, tracking down all the components.
Please, you're all we've got.
Ugh, begging. Now the deal was sealed. And it had nothing to do with Lyria, Vern, and Captain Goody Two-Shoes staring holes into the back of my head. Fine. The world's cutest genius alchemist Cagliostro is on the case. Consider yourself lucky. We left the studio and hurried back to the airship. In this skydome, I could think of only one environment that would produce the necessary reagents. Mount Nagelith. Perfect. The component should be somewhere around here.
We need reagents attuned to water. Let's sweep the area.
Roger that! My eyes are wide open!
Come on, catfish, let's see it. Oh, look! It's raining swords!
You're a mean water spirit! Why don't you play nice?
Over here!
Test me.
All we have to do is collect this stuff, right?
Yep, but we'll need more than that.
Adios. Slow them to
I'm on it!
That was a total knockout!
You pack a lot of punch for such an adorable package.
Seems our sweep wasn't thorough enough. We better check any spots we might have missed.
Ah! An ambush!
Beat them to a pulp. All me. Them down.
That's the stuff!
I guess so.
Then let's maintain our good form.
I won't argue.
Scatter.
Are those spirits protecting it? Either way, looks like we'll have to go through them. And
This should do the trick. Fun and games are just getting started.
Wait, that was fun for you?
Seems our sweep wasn't thorough enough. We better check any spots we might have. This one's suspiciously large. Let's smash it and see what it's hiding. We have enough mineral components. Next up, we'll need crystallized Cygateers.
Zyga? Those flapping eyeball creatures? I think I saw some further up ahead.
No escape! Infinito Creative! Into the light! Oh, yeah? Taste the blade!
This'll show you mine.
Bingo! Pardon our intrusion.
Shanae's counting on us. Let's do it!
Time is right! Bring them down! As expected.
Yeah.
Man,
Heaven trembles!
Slow them down.
Stand tall!
Not bad.
Come on.
Oh, yes! Bring your tears to us. Let's roll.
Go!
I'm here
Take
for
that!
you!
Thanks for the aid.
Huh. You're kind of cute when you're being all pure and honest. Where you live? Right.
No quarter.
Super duper!
Well, all right. Yep, you said it.
I can say the same.
Cagliostro wins again! So, did we get the tears?
Of course we did. I even had time to distill them.
Mm-hmm. Score a big one for Cagliostro!
We'll repay you someday.
The moment the potion reached Shanae's stomach, wariness melted from her frame. That medicine will only temporarily stop your symptoms. They'll be back if you don't treat the root of the problem.
Still, peace is priceless, no matter how brief.
Shanae was not the only one feeling more relaxed. With tensions eased, I decided it was time to explain Shanae's condition, Lycerian fever syndrome. It was an autoimmune disorder of the nervous system, caused by irregularities in the body's ley line structure. Common side effects included reduced function of the lower extremities and unrelenting fevers. Development occurred in the embryonic stage, a defense against the mother's own ley line system, interpreting the fetus as a foreign object. Of course, the prescribed painkillers and fever reducers had not been effective. They could not treat what was essentially a natural function of Shanae's body.
But the formula you made for us, it suppressed her symptoms, didn't it?
Sure, but suppression isn't treatment. And besides, there will be unfortunate side effects if she uses it over a long period of time. I'm just sorry I couldn't make you a true cure.
Please don't apologize. I feel like I've reclaimed a part of my life thanks to you.
Brave little thing. She had done nothing to earn her lot in life, but suffering claimed her all the same. Though the world was built upon fundamental truths, at times, I felt as if I understood nothing about it.
Good day.
It was a bright day when Vern, Lyria, the captain, and I went back to the studio. Shanae was staring out the window with a dazed smile. So the formula was still working. Good.
Crazy how you invited yourself to the studio to see my sister's paintings. And now you're her personal pharmacist. Serendipity's funny like that.
If you feel like repaying me, how about you finally cough up some art and show me around?
That's a fair price. Everything in the studio was painted by Shanae. Feel free to get close. Admire the details.
Previously, I had managed only a distracted glance at the studio's walls. But this time, I saw visual creativity exploding off them. I wasn't an expert on art, but even I felt the vibrant energy bounding from her drawings. Powerful, powerful pieces swirled around me like a hurricane. And one painting in particular, it was resonant. Sketches were littered about the floor, too. And even they were filled with vitality. How could such a feeble body muster such vivid work?
Oh yeah, about that pigment I bought when we met. Want to see it in action?
Taking the vial from a shelf, Heimel poured the pigment into a dish and mixed it with oil. A few swirls later, and the color had transformed in a way that was more chemistry than alchemy. Intriguing. Takes a specialty product to make that hue. Heimel smiled and handed the freshly prepared paint to Shanae, who was already mid-painting. A bead of sweat trailed down her brow as she swabbed the tint across her canvas.
I believe in Shanae's talent. Look at her. She's amazing. I just have to get the world to recognize it.
It's nice having a supportive sibling. I meant it.
I never know how to read your tone. But, well, her condition made me realize how precious our time together is.
Heimel, who clearly had never known abundance, smiled like the richest of merchants. Though Shanae had been left with a raw deal, it was clear her life wasn't without meaning. If only I could go back and tell my own sister, "You were my courage when I was weak. You were my light when I was in darkness. I have lived through eons, but you were my rock." I hoped these siblings, at least, would understand what they meant to one another. I even prayed a little. Which was dumb, considering this Skydom still thinks primal beasts are gods. Guess I'm getting sentimental in my old age.
Oh, hi, Azeta. Fancy running into you here. You're just as pretty as the first time we met.
I had started to wonder if I'd ever see the little heartbreaker again. Guess I got my answer. We talked for a bit, and I learned his name was Vaughn. I knew which question he wanted to pop, but I didn't have time to humor him today. A hospital in Seed Hollow was in dire need of medicinal ingredients, so it was off to Fondom for me and the crew.
Okay, gotcha. I understand.
Well, that was easy, considering how he kept pestering me. I didn't expect him to be so reasonable.
I know better than to get in the way of your job. I am a little worried, but I'm sure the monsters won't give you any trouble.
You got that right. I eat monsters for breakfast. Aw, how sweet. The little doodlebug had total faith in me.
Stay safe out there. Come back in one piece.
I will. As I left to meet up with the crew, I made a mental note to pick up a souvenir for my biggest little fan. Sweet. I think that's everything on the list.
Cause this heat's killing me. Let's get back to the ship. What the?
Holy. Could be a sign this place is ready to blow sky high.
Well, I'm not sticking around to find out. Let's keep moving.
Being boiled alive is bad enough. Now I gotta deal with wyverns?
I think the ground's sinking into the magma.
Screw these flying lizards! Where's the exit?
Well done.
Ow, hot! Can't go that way. Just grab grab ingredients, they said. It'll be easy, they said. This bites.
Fire spirits!
I'm sorry I ever set foot in this oven. One more!
Oh, look! It's raining no escape!
If we can get to that higher ground over there, that should lead us back outside.
Can you pick up the pace? The magma's rising even faster!
There's no way out.
No! A white one! Big sandal spot!
No thanks necessary.
Slash it back! Rotuda! Swarm!
Eat this! Got him!
I think we're safe here. Maybe.
Man, I really worked up a sweat. At least we didn't lose anyone.
Grand Cypher's just up ahead. Come on!
Ah!
What are the odds of bumping into a golem in here?
Who knew I had so many fervent fans? Thanks for making a gal feel loved. To show my appreciation, I'm gonna turn you to scrap.
Now you get it every time.
Standing watch.
Oh yeah!
Oh no!
Is that all you
Way
got?
to fight, Red! Take that sucker down!
That's the plan. One pile of rebel coming right up. Keep up! Right out! Got him! It's our turn now! Okay, this definitely qualifies for hazard pay. Well, who am I kidding? Probably won't even... Say your prayers! Hey! What's this? A piece of rock from the golem? I like the way it glitters. Might make a neat souvenir for a certain someone I know. Whew. Great hustle, guys.
Welcome back, Zeta!
Vaughn was the first person to greet me when I returned to Seed Hollow. He ran over to me like an overexcited puppy. Here, I got you a little something for being good.
Whoa! This rock is crazy! It's all shiny and stuff!
I'm a pro at picking out gifts, if I do say so myself. After all, what kid isn't mesmerized by shiny objects? Vaughn wouldn't stop thanking me. I honestly didn't think he'd like it that much. But in this case, I was happy to be wrong.
It's amazing how you made it out of Fondom without a scratch. You're a one-woman wrecking crew.
Can't argue with the truth.
Anyway, it's cool that you're being nice to me, but I don't mind when you play hard to get either.
Huh? The nerve of this kid.
Are you blushing?
What? His confidence was respectable, admirable even. But seriously, get real, little man. Talking to you makes my head spin.
Does that mean you're falling for me?
No, it means I'm worried about your future. Years from now, Vaughn's gonna be breaking hearts left and right. Mark my words.
We finally got Lyria back, but this doesn't bode well.
I've gotta go. Yes. Oh. Yeah.
No. Look at the color of that sky. It makes my hair stand on end.
Good day. Which will it be? What do you say? Will you accept it? Be on your way.
Okay, let's get started. Ready for battle.
Breaking our defenses. This place has never been safer. Looks like we've got guests. Go give them a big welcome.
Into the light.
Valiant Queen.
Heaven trembles!
Break.
Slash and bash!
Major look.
They just keep coming. Boss.
Rain of arrows!
There's
You
no
gonna
way
sit
out
there, or are you gonna
Let's see you run.
Tear them apart. Barrido. Rotura.
Fight's already
I
won!
got you.
Stand
Let's
tall.
go!
This crew gets results.
I guess so.
I
I'll
could
give
say the
everything
same.
for this crew.
Thunder.
Not quite.
Cat and mouse. Wait. You wretch. Enough. No escape.
They just keep coming.
Surprise.
We'll show 'em who's boss.
Valiant Queen.
Major look. Beat them to a pulp.
One
Cut
more.
them down!
Glad you're on my side.
Thank you.
I'll take the next one.
Right from above.
Over here.
We got this.
Understood.
Follow through.
No mercy!
We're not out of the woods yet.
We
Yes!
act as one.
My eyes are peeled.
Oh yeah. Taste the blade. Huh. Thought you had me.
This.
You insult me!
Wheel of death. Clincher.
Cat and mouse.
Picture the
Too much for you.
Imbecile!
Surprise. Have some dip.
You're through!
Let's go. One blade, one victory.
Looking good!
Parrot. Wipe them out. It's just me.
Take this! Take this!
You really
They just
capitalized
keep
on that
coming.
strike,
But we'll show 'em who's boss.
Oh! I get it.
We got this!
I've got your back.
Of course!
Thanks, Twain.
Leave the sharpshooting to me.
Squirm!
Nowhere to hide. The end is near.
Come on. Enough!
No escape. Spineless.
Looking good! You're mine! Be gone!
Let's go.
On my mark.
Just one.
As you wish.
You've always got our back, Sylvan.
You got that right, Captain.
Enough.
Not quite.
I'll take that.
Try this.
Hey, Slick.
I'll always lay behind you.
Taste the blade. Infinito creare.
Center your breathing. Right from above.
Playtime.
They're mine.
Let's do this!
Oh, I gotta get me some of that Primarch power.
And this was only a fraction of my
They just keep coming. We'll show 'em who's
Center your
boss.
breathing. Get back. Here goes. My crew.
Together now!
Support.
You got this!
We can't rest easy yet, Captain.
Understood.
Now!
I've got you.
Onward!
Let's go. Valiant Queen. From every angle.
Dust.
Picture that.
Into the light!
Infinito creare.
No escape!
Wheel of death. Right Picture your mind.
Major look now. Straight through.
Okay.
I have you!
Come on, look alive.
I'll watch our rear.
Picture
Right.
Center your breathing.
Let's end
How's this?
On his grave. Don't let up yet. We act as one.
My eyes are
Right.
peeled.
Eyes on the prize. I'll take it.
Yeah! We did it!
They didn't stand a chance.
Hello. This one? Here are the details. Be on your way.
Approach quietly, strike back.
Come on, suckers. Let's see what you got.
Time is right. Wide
Get a load
open.
of things.
Income.
Stay vigilant. There's more to be done.
Let's see if they can stand up to an Eternal. Hit from every angle. Picture. And let's be extra careful. Picture. Here goes.
Nice reaction.
Income. Picture.
This is my favorite part.
No escape.
It's over already? Boy, you're on
Let's
roll.
see.
Wow. Not bad.
Nice. That was quick.
Need something? This one? Will you take this one? Best of luck.
No prey can run from this hunter. Picture that.
Don't mind if I do.
Understood. After you.
Of course.
This party's just getting
Let's
started.
stay calm.
Understood.
I'll keep a lookout. Get back. Eat this. Valiant leap.
Stop moving! Get ready!
Right! Too much for you?
Let none escape! It's over!
You got it!
It's not over yet.
Superb.
Serpent Severa! Let's see, run!
You had me?
Income! Our troops! From Valiantly!
It's raining soon! What's it got? Tear them apart!
These eyes have never failed me. Wipe them out!
Playtime!
I've got your
Forward
back.
this team! Do this! Is it just me, or are you getting...
Get back! Valiantly!
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, run!
Better watch out for any big attacks.
No way out.
That was awesome. You were awesome.
Wow. Not bad. Let's see. Nice.
They didn't stand a chance.
Oh no. It's the calm before the storm. Sending out the old crew signal, eh? Who should we poke?
Did you miss us, Captain?
Ooh, you better. We have a wide selection of sigils. Here you go. Got some goodies for you. Hope this helps. Let me know if you need help.
anybody can save the day, it's your crew.
This will make obedience training so much easier.
And also...
Skyfarer, I see. You can expect only the best. Temper in your weapons? Always strive to be stronger. Leave it to me. That went well. Come again.
This is a pet-friendly mission, right?
Ready to go. Welcome. Which weapon shall I strengthen?
I'll unlock the power. Unlock. Leave it to me. Not bad, is it? I'll apply a right stone from the primeval god. I'll apply a right stone from the primeval god. Adding a right stone will overwrite the original skill, so be careful. Please select a right stone for me to engrave. It's a great success. Take care.
Please come again. Need something? This one? Here are the details. Best of luck.